Hello, welcome to a new video of Dynasty War. Today we're going to talk about enhancing skill. So as you can see, we're going to talk about Holy Hua Tuo, and I kind of want him in one of my can. Obviously, it's on for offense, not really for defense, and it's more like a fun character hero other than a really strong. I mean, he could be very strong too, but I actually never really used him, so I don't know. But I would like to try him because he seems like a very fun-ish hero to play. But at 15 and 15, well, his skill basically gives you a shield, every hero a shield, and then heal 9 times. Although it didn't say it in here, I think he will prioritize whoever has the least HP as a percentage of their maximum HP. So not like the absolute least, but least in term of comparing to their max HP. Because I think I don't remember which one, but another hero actually in their description it says will prioritize whoever hero has the least HP percentage. So I think he will do that too, and it makes sense to heal the one with the least HP instead of just healing randomly. So, but his awakening skill, it's kind of weird, and I think it's pretty bad. Um, but basically, when his shield is broken, he will heal 5 nearby units by 730 HP. These units can be troops, can be heroes, and it's just 730 HP, which is, in my opinion, a little bit too few of HP. When his own skill actually heals 1400 each time for the hero, but obviously this his active skill, his main skill, only heals heroes, and it could be anywhere on the battlefield. Um, so do we need to level him up? Do we need to up his skill or his awakening skill? So we will discuss this, and let's take a look at his attributes. Okay, so right here I listed the attribute for 10 out of 10 and 15 out of 15. So 10 out of 10, his shield has 1112 HP, and at 15 out of 15 it's 1495 HP. Those increases around 383 383, yeah. So half of it will come from the 10 extra level, and then half of it will come from the 5 extra skill. So you may think, well, that's not really that big of an improvement, and I kind of agree it's not really that big of an improvement. But keep in mind, this is applied for 4 heroes, so you have to multiply the effect by 4 times. Which, I mean, it's still pretty good because extra shielding is better. Shield is actually very important because here's the difference between a shield and just healing, okay? When you are just healing, you are taking damage as well. So if you don't heal enough, you might die. But the shield, if you have, I mean, you don't really have enough shield. You always want more shield. But your shield basically serves as like an extra layer to tank the damage, because during the time that you're taking damage with the shield, you can be healing and your HP is increasing all the time. So this amount of shielding basically provides you time to build up your HP. So for example, you have pretty low HP right now. That's why you use Holy Hua Tuo to heal whoever hero this is. And with that extra shield, your hero can gain some HP for later, because they might be getting targeted by Purgatory Tower or many different other stuff. So the healing actually cannot save your hero. However, during this time, which might take maybe a second or 2 seconds, Holy Hua Tuo can heal the hero a couple times, which means they can now at least hold on and survive for a couple more seconds because of that. Without the shield, the hero starts healing, but also start taking damage, and that healing might not be enough to overcome the damage that he is taking, and then he will die before Holy Hua Tuo can continue to heal him. So that's the difference. So it is quite important, especially this actually applies to all 4 of them. So it's a pretty good deal, because then you don't always have the ability to see that, oh, all 3 of my other hero actually is in the red zone, they're about to die, let's use Holy Hua Tuo and start to heal them all. It doesn't really work like that. Usually just one hero is about to die. So shielding is always great. So the healing goes from 1056 to 1437, which is another 381 increase. Pretty decent, especially this is multiplied by 9 times. So this is the actual total healing that you get, that Holy Hua Tuo does. So before awakening is 9,504. After awakening at 15 it's 12,933 healing per well, when he uses skill. And this is a lot of HP that's being done. If your hero is I mean, this might be even enough to completely heal a shield hero. So that's a lot of healing that you get from him. And on the right, I showed you the healing with the what's that called, rejuvenation skill for the hero seal, which is 30%. Well, the highest is 30%, so you can get 30%, and this will be the highest healing that you get, going from 1400 to 1800 healing per time. That's a lot. I mean, you can see the total as well. So I haven't really used Holy Hua Tuo that much. I only use him in the those legend. Is it called legend? Like you get to use him like once or twice. And I don't know how long it takes for him to use his entire skill. So I'm gonna assume like maybe around 3 seconds. So that means 3 times per second. Or I would just take this and divide it by 3. In that case, without the seal, he can heal around 4000 HP per second. With the seal, 5000 HP per second. If your hero is getting healed for 4 to 5000 per second, he's not gonna die unless he's getting targeted by 2 Purgatory Tower, the new the Frozen Eyes Frost Tower, whatever it is called, Frost Chamber, yeah. And then all of a sudden targeted by Zhaoyun Spear or Lady's Arrow, whatever. Like all of a sudden, if you get dealt a bunch of damage, then your hero will die. But getting healed for like 4 to 5000 HP, it's insane amount. And really, I really want to use this with Guan Yu. Just basically, a lot of people use Holy Hua Tuo with Guan Yu in their early game because their Guan Yu is not strong enough. My Guan Yu obviously is tanky enough. It's basically maxed out. I think I have 23% HP from treasure, and it's awakening 5 out of 5, so I got the 80% medication. The only thing that can increase his HP is hero seal. So there's nothing much I can really do to his HP. So he's already very tanky. I don't really need this with him because with the 80% mitigation, I don't need to heal him for 5000 HP per second. He's not gonna take 5000 damage during that time. So it's a little bit overkill, but obviously you can use this for other heroes, and I think it's a good idea. It will be a fun way to play some heroes. Not necessarily saying that this will be extremely powerful and strong, but I think it'll be fun. And I mean, just for example, you're healing 9 times. I would assume you put Holy Hua Tuo at the end. You're not gonna use him on the front, and your other 3 heroes, maybe 3 swords heroes in the front, and each of them gets healed 3 times. Each of them are getting healed like 4 to 5000 HP. That's half of a sword hero's HP. So that might be a very good way for me to play this combination, and I am looking forward to try it when I get Holy Hua Tuo to 15 out of 15, which is far in the future. That will be fun because then I don't know what will happen, but I want to try that. So that's why I think it will be a fun hero to play with. But let's briefly talk about his awakening skill that is extremely poorly designed. I don't want to say bad, although it is, but it's more like poorly designed for whatever reason. So it started with 330, and every time you increase it, you get 100 HP, 100 more HP healing. And at 5 out of 5, you get 730 per unit. So this is 5 units. This is the amount of total healing you can get from the awakening skill. Obviously, again with the 30% here rejuvenation, this is the maximum healing you actually can get. It's still not a lot. This is only 1000, but again, high requirement. You need to get it 5 out of 5 and the 30% hero seal. Then you can get less than 1000. And you compare that to like this healing, which is before awakening, and you realize, wow, this is pretty bad. Even this is pretty. I mean, this is pretty bad. Obviously, this is only half of his main skill. So what's wrong with this? It's bad because it doesn't heal enough. So what is enough? Why did I say it's not just bad? It's actually just poorly designed. Out of all the 7-star, there are 2 heroes, and Holy Hua Tuo is one of them, that has this type of awakening skill. Well, what do I mean by that? What type? The type that only increased by a flat number. You see, he's increasing by 100. That's it. He's not increasing by 5%, 10%. He's not increasing by time. You can look at all the other heroes. All of them except 2 heroes either increase by time or decrease by time, and increase by percentage. It's either percentage or time. Now, time obviously you can't go by percentage, but time is a different thing. You is the most powerful attribute in the game to have time. The other thing, no matter it's damage, healing, or protection, whatever buff, it's always by percentage. All heroes give you percentage. So what makes percentage better? Well, percentage scales. It's proportional to a different attribute. So no matter how your game changes, it will always be proportional. No matter if the proportional is good or bad, it's always proportional. You might think some proportionality is not. So you may think some percentage, oh, this is not enough, or this is not. This is too much. It doesn't matter, okay? No matter what it is, it's always proportional. It's always up to scale. If you think that it is not strong enough in the beginning, it will always not be strong enough at the end. So if you think Guan Yu's 80% mitigation is too strong, it is too strong when when you just started using him, or when you have like a bunch of hero seal and treasure, it will still be too strong. When he's taking, doesn't matter. When he's taking 1,000 damage, when he's taking 10,000 damage, the 80% is still strong. So that's the difference between adding a flat number and percentage. So Holy Hua Tuo is one of them. The other one is Ghostfire. Similar problem. She has similar problems, and in the future, I will talk about her, and I'll talk about what her problem is. But in here, what the problem is, giving 730 HP to a hero, that's nothing. Giving it to a troop maybe is useful. And the thing is, how often will you have troops like around Holy Hua Tuo? What are you going to use him with? You're going to use him with a couple fan hero, maybe? Then they can stick together and get, one more healing. But the other thing is, he's usually, I think you're supposed to use him on the back, so his shield is not going to break first. So he should be the last one to die. So that means his shield will break last, and his healing will be healing to nobody because no one's surrounding him anymore. So that's one thing. And the other thing is the scaling part. If Holy Hua Tuo is your first 7-star, you awaken. You might say, whoa, 730 HP, it's a lot, because at that time you're probably around like level 80, level 90, probably even earlier than that, level 80. And your troops have like, basically 800 HP. And your hero have like 5,000 HP. It's like, well, this is pretty good. But if you have a Holy Hua Tuo, maybe at like my stage, 730 doesn't mean anything. This is a very small number. So your value changes. In the early game, 730 is a big number. In the middle game, 730 is a low number, not even late game. And because it's random, why all of a sudden 300 to 700? Why can't you pick like maybe 1700? Why 700? It's just a random number, and this scale is pretty bad. And that is why it's poorly designed. It's not bad. This scale is not bad. It's just not good. But the thing is, it just scales pretty poorly, and well, it doesn't scale. That's why the design pretty poorly. But basically, this is it for this video. If you have Holy Hua Tuo and you awaken him, just go for his main skill. That's it. And if you have a hero skill, that would be awesome. But his awakening skill, I don't see what's really good about that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.